Live. Almost forgot. Boom. What is going on, people? What is going on, people? Welcome back to the ONFORM podcast, baby. We're doing a an ONFORM slash match review today. I'm still gonna do a match review um, for this game, so that should be coming out later. And yeah, dude, what can you say about this fucking team, dudes? That's right, Arne Slot, la 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 la, Arne Slot. Damn, brother. What's up, everybody? Welcome, 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 welcome. Damn, what a great match. Um, Excellent way to bounce back. Honestly, excellent way to bounce back for Arne Slot and his men from that first half. That was quite pedestrian, right? It was a little pedestrian. It almost felt like a only 4-0, right? It almost felt like like a friendly in the first half. I'm like, yeah, I know it's Javi's first time back, and it's all feeling good and it's all like chill and stuff like that. But like we can turn up the intensity a little bit, and boy, did we turn up that intensity, brother. Boy, did we turn up that intensity in that second half. And fuck, bro. What can you say? 4-0, get in, bro. A game of two halves without a doubt. Without a doubt, amazing. A game of two halves. And it seemed like Leverkusen just could not get out of first gear, and Liverpool decided to put it into third and fourth gear. Like I said, feed it to the wingers, like I said in my post, um, and just be dangerous. That three, the I guess it's like a 5-2-2-1 or a 3-4-3-2-1 that Xabi Alonso plays. It is very it's a high risk and high reward type of playing style, and the risk did not pay off for Xabi Alonso today. Their wingers got them in a whole ton of trouble. They were very dynamic, obviously, very dynamic wingers. Frimpong is he is a bad boy when he's in full flow. And I just think that he is very, very good on that wing. I think he was giving Simicas a lot of trouble, but Simicas actually did a really good job of just like keeping him a little contained. But the way that they played in the first half was actually really good. They did a good job of crowding the midfield. They did a good job of not letting us play through the middle like we like to do and when we look the best. But their wingers, I think, their wide people, they they get them in trouble. It can get them in trouble, right? It doesn't happen very often because they're so organized and they're so well structured. And in the first half, we saw that. But Arne Slot made the adjustments. He started feeding it out to the wide men. Frimpong doesn't like to get back and support, and they got exposed on that back post from Mo Salah, and then the battle between Mo Salah and Hincapie was a sight to behold. I loved that battle. Mo didn't get a whole ton of joy today because of Hincapie, and that's someone that I think we should probably look at as a long-term replacement for Andy Robertson. I think that kid is good. He's special. He looks like he's 30, but he's only like 22 or something like that. Battled with a veteran like Mo Salah who can be tough, who can be very, very tough, man. So I like Hincapie a lot. I really like Hincapie. If there's somebody that out there that we go after, I think it's him. But Slot was able to unlock the defense, man. He was able to unlock the defense in the second half. Curtis Jones, straight off the bat, my man of the match, 100%, was outstanding today in the middle of the midfield. And in that second half, Leverkusen's team could not do anything with him. They couldn't get close to him. some of the touches that he had in midfield, setting up that goal was silky. That was like Mesut Özil type of silk, where it was just perfectly weighted and just sexy. And then the finish from Diaz, the finish from Diaz. I think Slot put his hands on his head because he thought it was going to go over. He's like, no, don't chip it. And then it just nestled into the back of the net. Diaz was having a game where everything he was trying in that second half just came off. Everything, and it's true. Ferguson, Slot is the adjustment king. Second half Liverpool is different from first half Liverpool. I don't know what it is about this man, Arne Slot. He sees your regime, the way that you set up, your tactics in the first half. He only needs 45 minutes. He makes the adjustment, and then it's just downhill from there. That second half is scary for opponents right now. Second half Slot is, I don't know what he sees, but he just makes the correct adjustments. And credit to the players, they execute. The players execute. Because it's a difference between a manager seeing what needs to be changed, telling his team, and then a manager seeing what needs to be changed, telling his team, and then they go out and they actually do it. Right? That's completely different than a manager that sees it and can't get his team to actually go out and implement the changes that he sees. I don't know what he does. I don't know how he talks to his players. Even the coaching with Trent, even the way that he's been coaching Trent and improving Trent's defense is like, huh? Turn 8 degrees and you'll be in a better position to make a stronger tackle. And the crazy part is Trent listens and he actually is making stronger tackles now. He actually is making stronger tackles now. And he does look very good defensively. And he has improved tremendously at right back from some of the coaching that Arne Slot has given him. And we're talking about 2-3 months in, guys. I don't know if we're just blessed. I don't know if we're lucky. I don't know what is going on with Arne Slot and this Liverpool team. But something spooky is happening. Something spooky is happening. Because, guys, this is a Leverkusen team that went undefeated last season and only lost in a Europa League final to a very defensively good Atalanta side. This is a team no one could get close to. We just skunked them 4-0. What the hell? We just skunked them 4-0. And then better than Klopp, it's way too early. It is way too early. Way too early. But what we're seeing is kind of unbelievable, dude. What we're seeing is kind of unbelievable. And that just defeats that defeats my whole argument. I was really sad that we didn't get Xabi. I was very bummed that we didn't get Xabi Alonso. Now I'm like, well, let me shut the hell up. I'm glad I'm not on FSG's board. I'm glad I'm not in I'm not in Hughes and Michael Edwards positions. Let me go ahead and shut the hell up. Because they obviously know what they're doing and I don't, bruh. So let me calm all the way down because the right guy is in position in the right moment, bro. Insane. And yeah, and we lost at Atlanta too. We gotta keep that in mind as well. So they're a good team. And dude, Klopp used to make similar adjustments too, right? Klopp used to make similar adjustments, but his adjustments would come in the 70th, right? It wouldn't come at 45. He would let his team like kind of try to play their way back into the game, and then Klopp would make adjustments kind of late. And that's why we would always have those really late like edge of your seat heart attack football moments under Klopp, because he would make his adjustments a little bit later, not a little bit, a lot later than Slot does. Slot makes the adjustments at halftime, the tactical adjustments at halftime. And if he doesn't see anything within 5 to 10 minutes, I've noticed this. If he doesn't see the change on the players on the pitch in 5 to 10 minutes, he brings them off. He's like, all right, perfect. Come on. You come out. We're putting Kanate in. We're putting Kwanzaa in. We're putting Sabo in. We need a change. You know what I mean? And I'm very happy that a lot of our players, they're not taking a lot of this stuff personally, right? So it's a lot of maturity from the team. The team seems to love him. The team seems to be gelling with the way that we're playing. I mean, Anfield is now backing this man and in full voice. I mean, as soon as Ale 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 came on, it was like, all right, let's get it. It was game time. The boys went into second gear all the way into like fifth gear once Anfield got behind him, and the fireworks added in the background added to the effect, bruh. A perfect European night for Arne Slot and his men. And then Colin, I see you watching from Toronto. What's up, brother? Received from Las Vegas. If you're new here, absolutely. Let me know where you guys are watching from. This thing is going all over the world, from Mali to Zambia to England, Manchester, Liverpool, Houston, New York. We're all over the place with this thing. So appreciate everybody tuning in. Colin, I know you are always in here showing love. I appreciate you, brother. And that second half was absolutely nuts. Let's talk about I'm trying not to cuss so much, but let's talk about Cody Gakpo, boys. Cody Gakpo. He looking like Ronaldo out there with the patch of hair in the front. The man can't stop scoring. It's crazy. The man cannot stop scoring. And it's it's a sight to behold. And I've been saying that for a long, long time, is that Cody Gakpo needs to play on the left wing no matter what. And I know Klopp kind of implemented him in a lot of these positions where we needed him in those positions a lot of times, as a false nine, as an attacking midfielder. But he is thriving as a left wing, guys. And I've been saying this, and I said this since we got him. When we got him, he was putting up Mbappe level numbers. And people forget this. People forget this. Cody Gakpo had like 20 something assists and 20 something goals in all competitions when we bought him. And a lot of people thought, why are we buying another left winger? I remember this. Why are we buying another left winger? We need a DM, and we still need a DM, by the way, and that was almost over a year ago. But we need a DM. That was an opportunity signing. It's like if like Arda Güler like got on, somehow became available for Real Madrid. It isn't that we need another attacking midfielder, because we probably don't with Jones or Sabo or whoever. But you get him because he's available at a good price. And Cody Gakpo was one of those signings. And now we're seeing the Cody Gakpo that PSV got, the 20 goal, 20 assist a season Gakpo. He's a one-trick pony, but he's really good at it, and it's very hard to stop. That outside of the foot, Trivela with the right foot, and the curling in from the inside of the foot with the right foot, either an assist or banging it into the top right-hand corner. Try to stop him. You can't. He's too big. He's as big as a center back. He gets up. He gallops really well. He covers ground because his legs are so damn long. And and then the next thing you know, you're just like, oh, damn, the ball's in the back of the net somehow, some way. Change of pace. He has that. He has everything if you want in a left winger. And he's a team player and selfless, bro. And yeah, that pass, that outside of the boot pass that went all the way, it avoided like almost our entire team. It avoided their entire team and landed at Curtis Jones. If Curtis finished that, oh my word. Oh my word. That was a nasty pass from Gakpo. I don't know if you guys remember that one. But do we owe people money for Gakpo? I feel like we do. That's what I'm saying. I feel like we owe Bayern Munich some money for Ryan Gravenberch, who quietly had a phenomenal game next to Curtis Jones. How the hell did we get Ryan Gravenberch for that price? How did we get Maka for that price? We got our entire midfield core right now of Jones, Sabo, Maka, Gravenberch for like less than 150 million or something like that. Something insane like that. Like, goodness gracious. And I don't know if we blessed. I don't know if we're lucky, but the chips are falling into place. And then I see you, Ferguson. Bahama Red, shout out to the Bahamas, man. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. We got fan bases all the way out there. Liverpool does, not this channel. Liverpool does all over the world. One of the biggest clubs in the world, if not the biggest club in the world. I'm going to say it, the biggest club in the world. But so good to see Curtis back to his best. Absolutely, David. Curtis is one of those guys that I think thrives when he's closer to the goal, and you can see it. Him playing in that double false nine. I don't even know what it is. Is it a 4-2-4 that Slot's running? Is it a 4-3-3? But we're playing a false nine, and Diaz is playing the false nine, but like a left-sided false nine, and letting Curtis fill in on the right side, because you can see when the ball gets sprayed over to Mo, Curtis is right there. Curtis makes sure that he shows up right there on that right-hand side and gives Mo an outlet pass, right? And then the same thing happens with Gakpo. When it's sprayed out to Gakpo, Diaz is right there to play a 1-2, right? And then they create a triangle with the left back, and to where the left back can play it into Gakpo, Gakpo can play it back to Diaz, Diaz can play it back to you know what I mean? It's beautiful stuff. It's beautiful stuff, right? And Kelleher was world class today. 100%. And thank you so much for that donation to the channel, my man. I appreciate you. And welcome to the channel, brother. Welcome to the channel. Kelleher. And I was watching this today with Kelleher. He's one of those players or one of those keepers that you just have to keep at the side somehow, some way. I don't know if you give him more money. I don't know what you do with Kelleher, but he's going to be a number one keeper somewhere. If it isn't at Liverpool, it's gonna be somewhere else. There isn't very many sides who he would not be the number one keeper for. There are not very many sides that he won't be the number one keeper for, and that is a hallmark of a top class goalkeeper, where you can be given nothing to do all game, and then the 80th minute, 75th minute, 77th minute, whatever it might be, right? He pops up and he makes sure that you keep that clean sheet. He could be sitting out there in the cold all game, but it's time when his number is called, he puts in massive blocks. 3 huge, huge blocks. Stayed calm. His facial expression just doesn't change. It's just the same the entire. It's just the same the entire time, bro. It's the same the entire time. As calm as you like. Never screams at his defenders. Never. I don't even think he says a word throughout the whole match, but is there. As cool as you like, Kelleher is. And you know what's even more insane is that we have a whole ass another 23-year-old world-class goalkeeper playing in Valencia right now. If you can even believe that. Gigi Mamardashvili, who is probably the best shot stopper in Spain right now. Best goalkeeper? I don't know. Best shot stopper? He's probably the best one in Spain right now. And he's just on tap. And then we got Yaros, who's also our third choice goalkeeper, who is a phenomenal, like, dude, what a time to be a Liverpool fan. What a time to be a Liverpool supporter. Insane. The best goalkeeper core in the world, and probably one of the best goalkeeper cores maybe ever, guys. I can't remember another another goalkeeping core as this deep as this one. Can you guys let me know. I'm more than happy for you guys to correct me and let me know. And then Nadario Ferguson. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. Nadario, welcome, brother. Thank you for coming. Thank you for tuning into the channel. And thank you for your donation. You are the man. You are the man. I appreciate you. And then Dan Wood, my boy Dan Wood. As soon as teams ease of Liverpool are so lethal. That's true. As soon as they ease off, Liverpool puts the foot on the gas, and it's I don't even know what I'm watching some of this times with Arne Slot, man. He is just, I'm at like a loss for words from the tactics, from the demeanor, the way he carries himself. I think we're in a moment, guys. And does anybody know if Real Madrid won today? Did Real Madrid win today? I didn't get to keep up on the score of that one. I know Man City lost today. But bring Madrid. Bring them. Bring Madrid, baby. Bring Madrid. We're ready for them. They're not in a good way. We're in a great way. Bring Madrid. Let's make a statement. Let's make a statement. And remember when I said people will have to start believing maybe in November or December when we're still undefeated. They lost 3-1. What? What? How? They did. Oh. City lost 3-1 too. City lost 3-1 too. Damn. They lost 4-1. Oh, City lost 4-1. Oh. City got slaughtered. They did. Victor Gyökeres got a hat trick. Y'all, I'm starting to get kind of I'm starting to get kind of scared of some of the predictions that I'm making. Remember when I said Victor Gyökeres? We need to keep an eye on Victor Gyökeres, and that should probably be one that we like probably put a bunch of money in, and like FSG needs to do everything that they possibly can to try to sign this man because I think he's special. A hat trick, damn, that boy is nasty. He's a monster, brother, and I pray that Manchester United don't get this man. I pray that Manchester United do not get this man. I heard that he does not want to follow Ruben Amorim there. I hope we're right there in this race. You add Victor Gyökeres into that front line of Nunez, Gakpo, Diaz, Salah. The league has to be scared. They have to be scared of that one, brother. And Mbappe, who right, still holding a grudge against Madrid. Dude, we have to get a result against Madrid. They have ruined my summer too many times for me to count. We have to get one back from Madrid. We have to. We have to. Yeah, players that go there die. I mean, if you want to go and you want to play for a bottom half team, more power to you, Victor. But if you want to play for the best team in England, and from what it looks like, let me check my notes. Yeah, the best team in Europe right now, come to Liverpool. Come to Liverpool if you want to play for the best team in England and the best team in Europe right now. So, and then sitting here with a big grin, absolutely. Me too. Me too, man. And I know we were saying it was early before. But Arne Slot keeps producing. He keeps doing it. And City do look vulnerable right now. And I think we got to talk about that. We got to talk about that. These are teams that are not in a good way, right? That we are coming up against. We're talking about Real Madrid. We're talking about Man City. These teams, they're not in the best form, and we play them soon, right? We play City on December 1st. Who knows if their form stays like that for the next month? But these are really, really good signs for us, right? These are really, really good signs. The Madrid game. We honestly maybe can take the Madrid game off. I mean, does anyone know, just like off the top of your head, how many points we need to qualify for the next round of the Champions League? Are we close? I feel like we're getting very, very close to that. And we may be able to rest some players. I doubt we will rest players for this Madrid match. But if anybody knows that off the top of their head, please let me know. I'd love to get an answer on how many points we need. But if we win the Real Madrid game, we should, and it'll be over for them, right? And Madrid, dude, I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about that. If Madrid loses against us, they may be out of the Champions League, brother. They may have to play in the play-in. Dude, that would be insane. That would be insane, and no one knows the first of its kind. That's true. 15, apparently. Okay. We need 15 points. Let me see. Let's see. Let me look it up really quick. Yeah, we play them next on the 27th. And let's see what we got going on here. Hey, Sporting is in second, y'all, in the Champions League. In Madrid, where are they? I have to scroll so far. Where are you, Madrid? I gotta scroll so far to find these men. Dude, I can't even. Oh, there they are, 17th. They may have to play in the play-in. That would be insane. That would be crazy to see. And they may not make it. Bayern too, bro. There's going to be some consequences for some of these teams, man, in this new format, and I can see them whining about it. That's low-key crazy. We got Arsenal that's in ninth. This table is crazy because these are huge names, right? We got Arsenal that's in ninth. We got Madrid in 17th. We got Milan in 18th. These are teams that typically qualify for the next round, right? PSG is in 23rd. Obviously, they still have to play tomorrow. You got Bayern Munich, who's in 25th. They still have to play tomorrow, too. Atletico Madrid, who's in 28th. These are like big names. RB Leipzig and Salzburg neither of them have won a single game in this new format. In Girona, who are the Cinderella stories of last season, are in 26, who still have to play tomorrow. But, dude, and Brest are somehow hanging around towards the top of the table. Dark horses for sure. But one more win, I guess. Yeah, if it's 15 points to qualify, we beat Madrid, we go through, and we put them in hell, which would not make me imagine we are the game that essentially eliminates Madrid from the Champions League and knocks them out in the group stage, probably for one of the first times ever in their history. Could you imagine? We have the opportunity of doing something really funny. We have the opportunity to do something really funny against Madrid, but yeah, we still need to get rid of stupid passes that gives the ball away. We do it 20 times a game. That can cost us in games. Fair enough, Peter. I get where you're coming from 100%. And a lot of the times it's frustrating. A lot of the times in that first half, I'm like ripping my hair out sometimes in these first halves. But then Slot adjusts, and then the next thing you know, it's a death by 1,000 passes, and we're up 2-0. We're up 2-1. We storm back. We win the game. We're up 4-0. Like, damn. From the first half to the second half, we shouldn't have battered them like that, and we did. And towards the end of that game, it was starting to become almost at will. We were getting through. So there's something about Slot. There's something about this formula that he's cooked up that's just working, man. And then Vinny will lose his tattoos after that loss. I hope so. Vinny is one of those guys that frustrate me. I'm not going to talk about Vinny a whole ton in this stream. We talked about him a lot last stream. He didn't deserve the Ballon d'Or, and hopefully today and the last two games that they've played has made it very, very clear that the right person won that award and the wrong person did not, right? Dan Wood, 15 points gives you a 73% chance to get in. 16 is 98%. So we need two more wins. Spend 5 minutes trying to win the ball, wins the ball back, gives it away immediately. Good thing we have a good back line. Very true. And I think the midfield, for some reason, always needs adjusting from first half to second half. But like I said before, we get it down, baby. We get it down. I'm not a betting man, but red chili. You know me and you, we're the delusional fans, brother. We're the delusional fans. But it's looking good for Liverpool FC right now, my boy. And then PG, I don't see Shitty getting all 6 points against Brighton and Tottenham. Brighton is a bad matchup for any top side right now. I was actually really surprised that we even were able to get 2 wins off of them, because they are very good. They're very dangerous. They're very young. They're coached by a very smart manager who plays solid defense and a lethal counterattacking football. If Mitoma gets loose, Welbeck gets loose, that Brian Gruda, dude, how did no one recruit this kid? I meant to bring him up in the last stream that we did, in the last video that we did. Brian Gruda is a bad boy. I think he's like 20 years old or something like that. He's got a hell of a left foot. Very good on that right wing. Supposed to be like the next big thing out of Germany, and is very, very dangerous. But Tottenham is not an easy match. Brighton is not an easy match. They play Feyenoord after that. Then they play us in City on December 1st. Let's hope Slot's old team can do them in. But Dan Wood, if City drop points again, that will be insane and excellent for us. I think Arsenal is out of this title race. Me personally. And I said this last season where everyone was like, Arsenal could win it. It was like towards the end, and we were already out. But I say this before, and I'll say it over and over and over again. Against Manchester City in modern football, you cannot lose an equivalent of 3 games, whether that's through draws, whether that's through loss. If you lose 3 games, write the title off. You're not winning it. You'll get close, but you probably won't beat them. The likelihood, I think, goes way down. But if you do a mix of draws and losses, and it's equivalent to, I say your leeway is 9 points, you don't win this thing. They've already drawn 3, and they've already lost 2. It's tough. It's going to be tough for them to come back against this Manchester City side. It's going to be tough for them to come back against us, guys. We're at the top of the table, mind you, right? So we're already 7 points clear of them. Wrap your head around that. We are already 7 points clear of them, let alone Manchester City are 5 points clear of them. City could still drop points for sure. They don't look as good as they used to. They look very beatable. I think the team everybody needs to probably be worrying about is Nottingham Forest. Crazily enough, the team that we need to be worried about probably the most is Nottingham Forest. They are a disruptor in this whole thing, brother. They are a disruptor. They're hard to beat, great defensively, and keep stealing wins. It's crazy. And then Trap Joe, if we win the Madrid game, Slot will build a Las Vegas slotting arena. I hope so, brother. If we somehow beat Madrid and we get to the end of November, perfect. We won all our games. We got to build something in Las Vegas, because then at that point I'm quite literally some sort of telepathic that I've predicted some of these weird occurrences. But then Dan said 3 losses and you need to beat City at least once. Exactly. Yep. Exactly, Dan. You can't lose more than 3. And you need to beat City at least one time or take points away from them at home, I think. And then you have a chance. You have a real chance of beating them in the league. If you don't beat City at all and you lose 3 games, don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. Gary Neville thinks Arsenal will win it. Gary Neville, and sometimes I think Kara has something against us too, brother. And I know he was originally an Everton supporter coming up. Sometimes I'm like, Kara, were you actually like a former player of ours? Like some of the stuff that Kara says, I'm like, dude, come on, bro. I would say ignore Gary Neville, though, because his team is, let me check my notes really quick again. They're in 13th place. Yeah, 13th place, it looks like. So, yeah, we're done here. So Gary Neville can complain as much as he want, and he can be a crybaby as much as he want. But let's face the facts here. He's hiring a manager we turned down. Their team is hiring a manager we turned down. They're sitting at the bottom of the table. We have a 13-point gap on them right now. And it's not looking good for them, bro. Oh, yeah, and they are in the Europa League, and we're in the Champions League. So, yeah, let's go ahead and nip that all the way in the bud. So, and then David Preston said, XG tonight, Liverpool for Leverkusen 0.8. Damn, I thought it was closer. And that's the thing about the way that Slot plays this, the way that he sets up his team and how his teams play. It almost gives an illusion that the other team does better than they actually do. And it's so interesting. If you look back at all of the stats, I'm glad you brought that up, David. If you go and look back at all of the stats, Liverpool do a really good job of having a very high XG and keeping their opponents limited in terms of their chances. It's kind of crazy how it looks. Like, if you have time, obviously I'm a big stat nerd and stuff like that, but if you have time, look back at our like last 5 games, and especially the ones that we thought was like kind of close. The only one that was like actually close and dead even was like the Arsenal game. All of the other wins, if you look back at the stats, they actually The eye test flatters the opponent more than it does Liverpool. It's actually very interesting. And then Nigel said, big up to Nigel, by the way, member of the channel. Nigel said, but you should not sleep on Amorim. Oh, I am not. If you know me, I actually did a full breakdown on Ruben Amorim and why I think he would have been a phenomenal choice actually for us. And I was taking the piss about the whole second choice thing, but why I thought he would be a phenomenal choice for us if we didn't get Xabi Alonso, you'll see that I did it's called Ruben Amorim Why He'll Break the Premier League, and it's like titled Genius on the thumbnail. It's a good watch if you guys are interested in it. I know he's a Manchester United manager now, but just a full breakdown on his tactics and why it correlates really well with the Premier League and why I actually think it would be a better fit for this Liverpool side with Trent Alexander-Arnold and his attributes and what he could bring to the way that he sets up, because he plays a similar formation as Xabi Alonso. It's implemented a little bit different, but it's a similar type of three at the back, four in midfield, two advanced midfielders and a striker, right? And Victor Gyökeres goes wandering a lot like Victor Boniface did today, where we saw Boniface taking up left wing positions and swooping in and trying to create opening runs. And I saw Palacios taking up right wing back positions. Like some of the stuff that Xabi was doing in that first half, I think was actually confusing our players because there was not really an actual formation being played. And I think they stopped doing those things in the second half. And I think it made life actually a lot easier for Arne Slot in that second half. And I think that was a mistake. I think that was a total mistake from Xabi Alonso in terms of not continuing to play that super fluid movement and things like that. And Amorim plays a very similar way. So it'll be interested in how his style is implemented into the Premier League. It's very different. It's going to be something that we probably have never seen before. And I'm interested to see how these Manchester United players are able to adapt to this style of play, and if the Manchester United fans are open to it, right? Because it's going to be a massive, massive swing and change and difference in style of play and philosophy and all of those kind of things. So it'll be something definitely interesting to keep an eye on. But so many Amorim memes about him losing his managerial career so soon. I know. I wish he didn't go to Manchester United. I think somewhere else probably would have suited him better. Maybe Tottenham. I don't even think Chelsea would have been a good spot for him. I know that he was in contention for that role too. I really want to see him personally do well. I hate Manchester United, of course, but I like Ruben Amorim a lot as a manager, believe it or not. But if he brings the Lisbon striker with him, that will be awful. I'm hearing reports that Victor Gyökeres does not want to go to Manchester United and follow Ruben Amorim. I'm praying that these reports are true. I'm praying that these reports are true. Okay, because that kid gets loose in the champion in the Premier League, we might all be cooked, bro. Top assist provider in the Champions League, Mo Salah with 4, an underrated factor of his game, by the way, and I believe that puts him on 17 goal contributions, and we're in November, guys. Keep that in mind. Mo Salah is on track to have 50 goals and assists this season, y'all. Mo Salah is on track to have 50 goals and assists this season, guys. We are in November, and I think he has 17 goal contributions in all competitions. I don't even think you guys understand how freaking psychotic that is. If we win, say we win FA Cup, we win Premier League when we were not supposed to do it, I think that's Ballon d'Or. FA Cup, I think if we win FA Cup, I think if we win Premier League and we get very deep in the Champions League, I know Champions League is a huge deciding factor on whether Ballon d'Or happens for a player or not, but I think he's going to get close, guys, especially if he keeps this up. Salah is the king for a reason, damn right. Another great game for Callagher. We are not missing the best goalkeeper in the world, and that's crazy. And Ricardo, we talked about that at the beginning of the stream. That's fucking nuts. That we have so many top quality, top class goalkeepers in our reserve. It's absolutely insane. My notifications are going through the roof from the other Liverpool channels. I know I'm gonna be up until 3 a.m. Can't wait. Hell yeah, baby. Yeah. All of the other channels are absolutely brilliant. Liverpool Fan in Japan, Anfield Agenda, Leo's Goals. If you guys haven't subscribed to any of those channels are top class, top notch. And they better not let him walk. Sign that guy ASAP. Right, sign that guy ASAP. 100%. We have to sign Mo Salah again. He's a generational player. He's like a LeBron James. I mentioned that before. He's one of those players that, even though he is older, yes, I mean, and Mo is in a condition, and he's in shape, physical shape enough that I can see Mo playing for another 5 years at the top level, like 38, 39. You know what I mean? He's one of those players where you just give him whatever the hell he wants. You give him a blank check, you give him an offer, and you say, how long do you want to stay? How much do you want to get paid? Mo is one of those players, especially because players like that are in such short supply right now. Like what other player right now is putting up those types of numbers other than Marmoush, who is widely unproven across multiple seasons, and Victor Gyökeres, who has been able to kind of prove it over the past 2 seasons, but we're not talking about 6-7 years straight, guys. We're not talking about 6-7 years straight that Mo Salah has been able to do this. Those type of players come once in a generation, and you do everything you possibly can to keep those players as long as they can. You try to get those players to retire at your club. It's pretty obvious. It's a no-brainer for FSG. They need to get that done. And if they don't get that done, there's probably going to be rioting outside of the FSG office. I will go to Boston myself, and I will throw a Molotov. No, I'm just kidding. And I will, I will protest myself if FSG doesn't get these contracts signed, bro. And then Nigel said, of all the games I've watched from this Wednesday, the first test we had, the kids can play ball. They are fluid and effortless. We won 4, yes, but we also had luck to win with that margin. I don't think so. And Nigel, I love you, brother. I think the first half was extremely pedestrian, and it was almost like we were playing a friendly. And I don't think, but Leverkusen, I think, was confusing our team a lot, like I mentioned before. But it wasn't like, man, Leverkusen should have had 3 or should have had 4, kind of like how we were in some of these previous games against Brighton, these past 2, right? But today, I think in that second half we completely outclassed Leverkusen, and they could do nothing about it. They were helpless in that second half. They were helpless in that second half. And then Trap Joe says Salah is the most underappreciated world-class player in this last decade, without a doubt. Mo is only 32, took Modric 39, and still playing for Madrid. Very true. Aging like fine wine. And those are the players that just keep up with their body, and they take care. And they have that stature and that build. I think that works really well for football and lasts a really long time. Of, just kind of being just under, 5'7", 5'6", compact, kind of like a Messi, right? Messi has that similar build that's just built very good for football. And Modric, Salah, and Messi all have this similar build, and they've just had such long careers. There has to be a study or something like that about that build and why it's so durable and why it does so well. It's the low center of gravity, and I don't know. But I've been watching LFC since Roger Hunt was playing. Mo is only behind Ian Rush in my estimation. David, I don't disagree with you at all. And I think if he can stay another 4 years at Liverpool, I think he gets close to Rushy. I think he gets close. Will he ever overtake him? I don't know. But I think he gets close. And then Dan said, if Salah was Brazilian, he would have won a Ballon d'Or already. 100%. 100%. If his name was Mohadinho Saladinho or something like that, he'd probably have 3. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, man, absolutely brilliant stuff from Liverpool. My man of the match for this one is definitely Curtis Jones. Was outstanding today. Played very, very well, and you can't really ask for anything more from the man. He did a phenomenal job of keeping the flow of the midfield going. Let me know who your man of the match was in the comments below. Remember, we do this podcast every single week. It's typically at 1 p.m. Pacific time, and then 9 p.m. British time. But today we did it with the Champions League match. Thanks everybody for tuning into this. I'm gonna go record my reaction video. All of those channels that I shouted out before are probably still live streaming, so go check them out. But I appreciate all of you. That video should be up maybe in another 30 minutes or so. But much love. Thank you guys all for tuning into this. Thank you guys for donating to the channel and supporting. I love every single one of you. This is a massive dream of mine, being able to do this for the club that I love, with supporters that are just absolutely first class, every single one of you. So I appreciate all of you guys. This one's a little bit shorter than what we typically do, but usually we go about an hour, but I want to give myself some time to put out a reaction video, break down some of the stuff that I seen a little bit, and then go from there. And then Ibu was immense. I see you, Red Chili. So love